Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back here with another video. I know it's been about, you know, a few months since I made a video. The last video that I made, I was actually, kind of at the lowest of the lows, like at rock bottom pretty much. And, it's kind of on here venting and kind of just talking about what's going on, what happened in my life. And, now I kind of want to just make an update video to kind of show you that, everything is pretty much fixable. I was pretty much like I said, at rock bottom, like lowest of lows, just kind of show you exactly kind of what was happening, what's happening now, how I got here, like how I reshaped my mind to be able to get to the point where I'm at now. And just to give you some context, like I was at the lowest of the lows. And when I say low, like I was pretty low. If you could see that, you know, November 2nd, I had $48 in my account. And then, what I was doing for work, because I pretty much like destroyed my whole business. I like kind of just self sabotage it, I guess, basically. Like I lost everything, fired some clients, and everything just pretty much went downhill. And then I was stuck with what to do. So I went on DoorDash and started doing some DoorDash, and I was only making like $321 a week, bro. Like I was pretty down bad. But then I just started, surrounding myself with like people like my brother who were just telling me, bro, like you can just go do it again. Like you could just get back up and do it again. And like you need to have these people in your surroundings that are gonna be able to tell you, bro, like this is not the end of it for you. Because I could have just, thought it was the end and kind of just gave up. And then I kind of want to show you, what's going on now. So you can see here, you know, I don't know if you can see that. March 5th, I got a deposit for 2,100. And then let's see the other two. March 19th, I got paid 6,300, and you can see right there, you got paid today. And then right here, Lily got paid 7,248, and that's on April 4th. So within a span of 1 month, I was able to make $15,000, $1,506 to be exact, just from doing something called high ticket sales. And it's basically what I want to kind of get back is, the best way for you to kind of bounce back is you have to burn all the ships. You have to destroy everything. Like sometimes you have to fuck it up and make it even worse. And you have to continue to kind of fuck it up to make it even worse, and so it can get much better down the road. And if you feel like you're hitting a wall, or plateauing or something like that, sometimes you got to go backwards. Sometimes you got to take a few steps, but most people don't let that pride. They let their pride in a way. They don't want to, downgrade their car, or they don't want to quit their job and go to, zero. But you have to go from 0 to 1. You can't just, be on the level that you're at and try to go up. Sometimes you literally have to, hit the reset button, fuck it all up, and you got to let go to grow. So what I did is I just changed everything. You need to change your environment. You need to change your habits, change your circle. All the ideas you had, you need to change it all. Like everything needs to kind of get reset, and you need to kind of get alone in your head. You need to maybe go take an Airbnb or a hotel, for the weekend or for a week or longer that in a city you've never been before. A place that's just kind of far away, and just kind of let your own thoughts get into you. Like you just need to really like cut out all the anchors that are holding you back. And the only thing in it, and you, sometimes you don't know what's holding you back until you let go of everything. But once you let go of everything, something new can kind of take place. And because like when I say like, because you have all these things that are kind of pulling you different directions. So you have, family, you have friends, relationships, you have, jobs, you have, mindsets, you have the social media, like you have everything pulling you different directions, and you're not going to really know what's pulling you if you have all these things in your life. So the best way to kind of do it is just hit the reset button. Like sell the car, move to a new spot, travel, like go ghost from friends, family, like for, not forever, but maybe for a few weeks, months. Like you kind of have to hit the reset on everything, because at the end of the day, you don't know what's holding you back. And what I like to say, I heard this quote. It basically said, "Beauty starts with a blank slate," and the only way you can get to that blank slate is by destroying everything. And it kind of sounds a little bit, toxic, but it might be. But it does work. And you need to kind of create that self destruction, because that's movement. And it doesn't matter the direction, but eventually you will hit rock bottom, and that's all. And then there'll be only way left to go is gonna be up, because movement is what you need. A lot of times people don't move; they kind of stay stagnant in the same exact place, same exact mindset, same exact job, friends, family. They have everything kind of being the same, and then nothing's gonna change if you don't move. So when I say move, like sometimes you have to move in the wrong direction. Like basically what I did is I moved, like I knew that the business that I was doing, like selling websites and doing email marketing, I knew that it just wasn't working for me. Like I just would complain about it all the time. The money was good, but then I just started realizing I didn't really like doing what I was doing. So I basically low key self sabotaged the whole thing, and then it caused me to kind of hit rock bottom, and everything kind of destroyed. And then there was only way left to go for me to go was to go up. Like I could have just been like, all right, I'm gonna either stay here, and I did get a job. I got a job making like 3K a month, doing like some like email sales or whatever like that. But then I was like, bro, this can't be it. Like I was just like this, I can't like, cause I could it was remote. I could have been making like 3,200 a month, like just you know making that money and kind of had some good health insurance benefits and all that stuff, and I could have just settled with that. But I was like, bro, there's no way this could be it. And I literally just I quit. I just told him, hey, like I can't do this with nothing lined up. And then I just started sending DMs to kind of get my network because I know that your life can change with just a DM. Like all you need is a DM. And even on the old videos that I made, I literally said, bro, like I just need one shot. I just need one shot and my whole life will change. It's not none of this thing where it's like this will take me months. And this is just I'm making this video now because I made 15K in a month. In the past month from March to April 6th or whatever today is. And but before that I was probably doing like 9 10K for like for like March. I mean for like April. I mean for like February. January, and then I think December is like when I kind of like that first 6K month or something like that. But like October, November, I was pretty much down bad. September, I was down bad, and things kind of just picked up. But I'm saying all that to say is like, you know, there's no better feeling than like redeeming yourself, bro. Like once you kind of come back from when you thought you were at the lowest of the lows, like there's no better feeling than coming back. And it's just like like I said, when I was having this job, like I just was going to the meetings, we're working, everybody was just so comfortable with making that type of money, and I was like, I know there's more out there for you. And I was kind of feeling like hopeless and maybe just being like, well, maybe I should just work this job and, work my way up and maybe get to 5K a month and, have the benefits and just, call it a simple life. And I was kind of like low key doing. And then, like, one thing my brother literally just told me, he's like, bro, just get a new job. Like, just you did it before. You can get to 15K a month. Like, you can get to 10K a month. You did it before. You can just do it again. And I literally just, that one mindset was just like, I could just do it again. And then we also went to Miami when we spent pretty much our last few dollars a couple months ago. I think it was like October or something like that. Like I spent the last money that I had to go to Miami because I just needed to see. I needed to feel that hope again. I needed to see what was possible and see what was actually out there for me to go get. Because this is the thing I always think about it. If someone else has it, why not me? And like that's just like it's like you just need to be thinking about like that. Some people think, oh, it's possible for them, but it's not possible for me. It's like why not? And then you need to figure it out. If you see someone living the lifestyle you want, making the money you want, has everything, they're happy, they're doing exactly what you want to do. You just need to figure out what do they know that you don't know. Cause that's all it is. The separation is that they know information and they have some knowledge that you don't have, and they also have a level of execution and action that they take that you don't. And that's the only thing that's the difference. So now those are things that you can develop. So, I mean, I'll say all I have to say is, um, I obviously, the money doesn't, buy happiness, but it definitely does, give you that sense of freedom that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. And that's what I'm after, bro. I'm after like that freedom to be able to do what I want whenever I want, because I can't live kind of like an average life, and I just will never settle for it. But yeah, 15K, $15,609 is, it's good, but we're trying to go from good to great. At the end of the day, I'm thankful and I'm blessed to be making this type of money, after just coming back from making $300 a week and things like that. So I'm definitely, grateful for it. But there's still more. There's still more potential. And I wake up and I thank God. But at the end of the day, I still say, God, you know, I want to see how good life can get. Like I genuinely want to see how good life can get and how far I can push it. Because if I was just a couple months ago making $300 a week, and then now within 30 days I'm making 15 grand when it takes most people 6 months to make that. I'm just like I want to see how far I can actually push this. If I just keep locking in, I keep on developing myself, changing up my habits and things like that. But and I got a couple DMs. I'm gonna make another video on like how to actually get into sales or whatever. But I think the last thing is really crucial is that you need to become one with God, bro. You need to become close to Him. You need to become one with your environment. Like you need to be aware of everything that is touching you at all times. And when I say like everything that's touching you at all times, like be aware of everything that is touching you at all times. Being aware of everything that you see at all times. Being aware of everything that you hear at all times. Being everything that you feel at all times. Like you need to be aware of all this stuff. Because if you're not, like I said, you're just not aware, and you can't really make a change because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's pulling. You don't know what's coming in affecting your mind. So you need to be aware of it all. And that's the one thing you can take away from this video is just be aware of everything that's all the time. Be aware of everything that's touching you. And I just right now just told you how to act. If you could just turn that on, like flip the switch in your brain to be aware of everything. Everyone is talking anymore because all of it, whether you know it or not, the music you listen to, the coworkers, the friends, the family, all of that is programming you, whether you know it or not. But it is. Like when these people say these slight remarks, it's low key programming. When you listen to a sad relationship song, it's programming you to be sad. When you listen to a trap music about somebody robbing, doing this, and shooting and death, it's programming you to just thinking that. When you listen to a coworker who says, thank God it's Friday, or can't wait till the 4-day weekend, or whatever these small remarks are, it's literally programming you to think that working a 9 to 5 job that you hate is normal when it's not. And all I have to say is, bro, it's like you need to create some movement. So create some movement, whether it's going up or whether it's going down, whether you're going backwards or whether you're going forward, you need to move. Because once you get that movement going, it forces you to see a new light of things you may not see before. Because like I didn't see this kind of the sales stuff that I could have been doing because I wasn't really moving. But once I started crashing down, I started to like my vision started to open up, and I'm like, okay, what is this? How can I? This guy's doing this. How can I do that? And then boom, everything kind of changed. And I know I'm yapping in this video is kind of long now, so I'm gonna end it right here. But I'm gonna make another video because I got a DM from someone who told me like how to actually step by step of like if you lost everything, like what would you do? So that's probably gonna be the next video. But I really want to say it, bro. It's like I literally came back, and it's a proud feeling, and I also know that like I said I would. I always said before like if I lost it all, I can gain it all back, and that was just kind of prove to myself that like I literally can do it. And it's like even if I lose it all again, it's just like I know how to get it back. And once you kind of learn that, once you kind of pass the Rubicon, there is no turning back because like you just seen too much. So yeah, all that to say, bro, is it's super possible for you to do whatever you want, come back from whatever you. It doesn't matter how down bad you are. And I'm gonna make the next video and talk about a step by step plan on like how to come back from literally scratch, bro. I don't even know what to name this video, but I'm yapping. Bro, it's possible. If I did it, you could do it too, bro. $300 a week, DoorDash, a couple months ago to 15K in 1 month, bro. It's fucking possible, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. Just be aware of everything that's touching you at all times. Be aware of everything you hear. Be aware of everything you see, and just turn it on, bro. You know how to act now. Just turn it on.